You're listening to Jamie Council on the Sports Council.
Welcome back to the Sports Council on 1340 ESPN, your Tri-Cities leader in sports. We're talking playoff basketball, and we're catching up with Gary Jonas, head coach of Chiawana, where you guys are officially District 6 champions.
Yeah, it was exciting to have that game against G-Prep and the environment and having such a big crowd there on a Friday night, kind of the only game in town, which was great. And so, yeah, it was a heck of a win for us.
And with that game, a 7-point win, 59-52 over Gonzaga Prep. Walk me through that game.
Yeah, it was close throughout. We knew it was going to be, right? Anytime you're going to play G-Prep, it's going to be a battle. They're going to defend. The Cornwall girl is the real deal. She's elite, and she's being recruited by a lot of the top programs all over the country. And so, we knew it was going to be tough, but I think our girls were ready, and I think it showed that they were ready. And defensively, we did a really great job.
And for you guys to win by 7, it's something to where it matters, be able to pull out a win. You have a younger team as well. What did you guys learn about yourself in that game?
Yeah, we think we can play with anybody, if I'm being honest, Jamie. And we've kind of had that mentality really all year that we scheduled Prosser early on to go to Prosser. We knew that was going to be a really tough battle, and to get that victory down there is always really tough. And to schedule meet in the middle of January, Coach Q does such a good job there, and you're going to be in for a battle with those guys. And so that helped. Yeah, we learned a lot, but it wasn't things that really surprised me, honestly. We're an incredibly competitive group.
And being undefeated, you guys have found a way to win this year. One of 3 teams in 4A girls basketball that are. How does that play into it? Is it something you guys talk about? Is it kind of something you guys don't talk about? But sometimes that can have almost like a stigma of we have to remain undefeated. How do you approach that?
Yeah, it starts with our senior leadership, Bailey and Gianna. They do such a good job of making sure that our locker room is always right mentally. And so relying on those two to take care of a lot of that helps a ton. Yeah, we do talk about it. We don't hide from anything. And so we'll talk about those kinds of things. And we talk about outside pressure, outside noise. And we just process it together, and we work through it together. And then we understand that, when the ball goes up in the air at tip-off, it's the same. It's basketball. So it doesn't scare us, if that makes sense.
It does. And sometimes it can affect every team differently. I'll say that. Yeah. So after claiming District 6 championship, you guys find out you're the 3rd seed and going to be playing the 6th seed, which is Lake Washington. How excited are you guys about your seeding and knowing what the road ahead looks like?
Yeah, we were really hoping to get into the top 4 there after we beat G-Prep, because then you get to stay in your hometown, right? Or at least the Tri-Cities. And so we knew that would be a positive for us, not having to travel to the other side of the state, at least not yet anyway. And so, but Lake Washington's the real deal. They've been in the top 5 or 6 all year long. Don't let their win-loss record fool you. They've played one of the toughest schedules in the state. Coach Wilson down there, he always does a good job. Those kids are going to be ready to play.
And with the 1st seed, you also have Davis. I think when we're just talking about our little area here over on the east side, it's just so fun that we have 2 elite basketball programs on this side. But you guys are on separate sides of the bracket, so that's good for you guys.
Absolutely, yeah, it is. I would agree with that.
So you are playing host to Lake Washington. And for this season, last time we talked, it was about midway through the MCC. How have you been feeling since that point? It's not about where you start, but about where you end. But you guys are undefeated. So what have you learned about yourself since then?
Yeah, it starts with our girls. It always does. This group in particular, they have an appetite for competition. They really do. And they love the way that practices are ran. Our practices are incredibly hard. Jim, you and I have talked about that before. And everything is ultra competitive. We keep score on everything. We keep time on everything. And so you have to be that way to play at Chiawana is what we want to try to, create yearly. And this group loves it. These young kids that we have had join us, man, they are thriving in it, and they get after it just as much as our older kids do. And that's what's created such a unique group, especially being as young as we are when we have 2 seniors. And so, yeah, it's been fun. It's been exciting to learn just how competitive this group can get.
Absolutely. And we talked a lot about the roster in our first time chatting. I'll make sure to link that for people that didn't catch that. But who have you been really impressed with down the stretch?
It's hard to just talk about one, honestly. I mean, obviously, for us, it starts with Bailey. Bailey's been our true leader from day one, and everything runs through her. And so the game she had going up against Cornwall, they were guarding each other, and to watch those two kind of go at each other, and to watch Bailey be so special at getting 30 and playing so incredibly well. It starts with her, right? And then, gosh, I could go down the roster. Honestly, there's a lot of kids that I could sit and talk about. Our young group has been incredible, the 3 freshmen and the minutes they get. I mean, at one point earlier this year, we were starting all 3. And we're very comfortable in doing so. We can go 8, 9 deep, and I'm very comfortable with all 8 or 9 in the game.
And with talking about individual players, Chiawana has been atop the MCC in some way or another for the past 3 seasons, whether it be co-players of the year between Malia, Rude, 2 years in a row, then Kaya Foster. And even last year, you were the coach of the year for the Mid-Columbia Conference. What do you attribute that to?
Great players. I mean, honestly, that's anybody that wins Coach of the Year awards. It just means a lot of times you have great players. My assistants do an incredible job. I mean, Coach Anna, she does such an incredible job with our posts and the work that they put in with her. And then Coach Rick with our guards. It's incredible to watch him do what he does with our guards. And some of the other guys that we have on staff have just been tremendous. So that always makes me look good as a coach, right? And so you're only as good as the kids and your staff around you. And I've got great ones right now around, but it's also high school, right? And I know that 3 years later, it could be very different. It just kind of comes and goes. So we are enjoying this time right now at Chiawana. We've got some incredible, not only coaches, but kids coming through. So it's been great.
Well, you should be enjoying it. And this year isn't over. What is the mantra that Chiawana girls basketball has at this point, about to enter regionals, state play, undefeated, District 6 champions, Mid-Columbia Conference champions, but knowing it doesn't stop here?
Yeah, we're not done. That's kind of what we're saying now. We're not done. And it's been great to cut down the nets as league champs and as district champs. But there's bigger things we're hoping for. And so that's kind of what we're using right now with the group. And the group has completely bought into it. We're not done yet.
Well, thank you for your time and best of luck against Lake Washington. I always appreciate your time.
Thanks, Jamie. Appreciate you.
Again, Gary Jonas, head coach for Chiawana girls basketball. You're listening to the Sports Council on 1340 ESPN, your Tri-Cities leader in sports. The Riverhawks enter the state tournament as the 3rd seed and host number 6 Lake Washington on Friday, February 27th, a 6 o'clock tip-off at Richland High School. Well, that wrap up this week's show of the Sports Council. Thank you for joining me on 1340 ESPN, your Tri-Cities leader in sports. A reminder, the Sports Council happens 4 times a month, 11:30 a.m. on Thursdays. You can listen to this show not just over the airwaves at 11:30 on Thursdays, but also on demand at 1340ESPNradio.com via podcast. Wherever you get your podcasts, just search for the Sports Council. And it's also available via YouTube. So lots of ways to listen to the Sports Council and support our local sports community. Until next time, I'm Jamie Council. Now we go back to your originally scheduled Seattle sports programming.
Life happens. Lucky for you, the new ICCU Central Plus checking account comes with benefits, including cell phone protection.
Wait, through my ICCU checking account?
That's right. Along with a whole lot of other benefits you might need. Because being human is a full-time job.
If you've got a winery, brewery, or dairy, why buy industrial parts and supplies from across the country? Central Industrial Sales is your local source for supplies and equipment for the dairy, food processing, winery, and brewing industries. We specialize in custom fabrication, industrial cleaning equipment, sanitary fittings, valves, pumps, chemicals, and many other supplies. Everything's available through our website, by phone, or by dropping by our office. Call 509-375-4032 or find us at centralindustrialsales.com.
It's Oreo season at Krispy Kreme. February 24th through March 9th, try the Oreo collection. Everyone's favorite donut combined with everyone's favorite cookie. Add a dozen fresh original glazed donuts for just $9.99. Ask about Krispy Kreme fundraising for your school, church, or nonprofit. 10% off daily for military and first responders. More deals on the Krispy Kreme app. Visit Krispy Kreme, 2805 Duport Tail in Richland. Come in with a sweet tooth, leave with a smile.
You probably weren't expecting a car dealership to say this, but at McCurley Chevrolet, we want to make driving a car from us easy today, tomorrow, and every day after. That's why every vehicle from McCurley Chevrolet comes with the McCurley Advantage, including paint protection, windshield protection, and loyalty rewards you can use towards service or your next vehicle purchase. You can get all the McCurley Advantage has to offer and drive a new Chevrolet for just $329 a month. McCurley Chevrolet, your way home.
Hi there, it's me, the water boy. Are you tired of water that doesn't taste or smell right? Woo! At Soft Water Specialists, we can remove contaminants and odors, leaving you with better tasting water. Your appliances will last longer, your clothes will be softer and brighter, and your skin and hair will feel incredibly clean. And right now, get 0 down and 12 months same as cash on all our water systems. To transform your water from H2O no to H2O yeah, call Soft Water Specialists today.